You are listening to It's All Good Magic, Mysticism, and Earth Medicine. I'm your host, Candace Nadine Breen. Hello, everyone. I'm having a little trouble with our audio in regards to our intro audio. I made these beautiful intro and outro audio for the show, and it's not playing. So I will fix that, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. It's really absolutely annoying, but we'll get it fixed. So stay tuned. The next episode hopefully will have it fixed. So you can visit us at www.magicandmedicine.blogspot.com, and magic is spelled with a K. www.magicandmedicine.blogspot.com. So it's been a while we have spoken, and I do apologize. I had some health issues and some busy things with my children in their schools, so I didn't have time to record. I couldn't get away to record, and then the feasting holiday came, and there was no time to do anything. Everyone was here, so there we go. But today I'd like to talk about, I've been looking at this show. I think it's called Haunting, or is it? And I watched Paranormal Witness or Survivor. And I mean, I like to watch those shows. A lot of people say they're a bunch of hogwash and that they're fake. But regardless, regardless of what other people think, I can say these incidents do happen because I've experienced them myself. So I know that it is possible that these things happen. But there's a couple of things that intrigued me about these various shows. And one thing was there was a woman who, this is why I sage my house all the time if anyone visits, because I don't know what entities have attached themselves to people, and those individuals may not be aware that they have anything attached to them. And it's not a smack at someone. So it's not a smack at someone. It's just saying we don't know who can attach. We don't know what's attached to other people. Now, this one woman, she had a demon attached to her, and everywhere she went, this demon followed her, and she lost her fiance. Actually, it was her husband. They were married. She lost him because the demon wanted her all to himself, and he caused a lot of problems. And it was a male demon. He caused a lot of problems. So she thought it was just attached to the house in which they resided, but no, it was not. It was attached to her. And instead of trying to get rid of this demon, she really wasn't schooled enough in what to do, because she didn't really know what was going on anyway, until it was really too late, till she lost her friends and all these other issues, which is very sad, but it happened. And anything. And then I watched some episodes in which people had old furniture, and there were entities attached to furniture. And the question was, how can they do that? How can they attach themselves to an inanimate object? Well, the answer is anything that was once connected to something will always remain. I mean, if you have your grandma's wedding ring and she decides that she wants to attach herself to that ring, she will. I mean, her spirit, the life that she lived, she will attach herself. Now, it is the job, hopefully, of mediums and other people who do these things, and I've done this work too, to help this person realize that, hey, you need to move on to your next level of existence. Stop haunting these people, this object, and when they're left behind, sometimes they can be angry, and they can lash out at these living people because they don't understand that they're not really alive in the physical world anymore, and they become angry. They don't know these entities don't know how to cross over. So they make themselves known, and then someone realizes that, hey, we got to do something, and they do. That's when mediums come along, other psychics come along, people who do this work, and they help them cross over. They help them cross over. And they're not always mad or belligerent, malevolent. Malevolent spirits. Sometimes they can be very, very nice, benign spirits or entities that have attached themselves, and they keep repeating the same action over and over again. Sometimes because it's just like a recording of something that they did over and over again, because they don't know how to stop it. Like if you see a spirit walk down to a well every night at 10 p.m. and drop something in and walk back, they're just repeating the same action over and over again. They don't know they're doing that. It's a left behind record. That's what it is. And someone needs to come in and rid the place of that record if it's making others feel uncomfortable, and just so that the record can go away and go with the entity that is performing the action. And so that's part of healing. It's healing the entity so that they can wrap up the business that they had, and that they can get on with their next transition and not be stuck here, stuck wherever they are, not doing doing the same actions over and over again. So that's why I like to watch the shows, because sometimes I ended up I sit there and I see what the people who are on these shows, what they're not doing, and I'll talk to the television. I said, well, you should have had a sage. You should have had someone come in there. You got it. This person is attached to you because X, Y, and Z, and blah 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 blah. So I end up talking to them, and what people may not realize is that the soul always lives. Death is not the end. Death of the physical body is not the end of life. That soul will live on. It will go on to another level of existence if that soul has not finished its journey back to oneness, back to the all. If they're not done, then they will keep transitioning until they have accumulated enough knowledge, enough knowledge so that they can get back to oneness eventually. So also what people realize when they're afraid of these very malevolent entities, all they're doing is feeding them with power. It's energy that makes them stronger and encourages them to keep being a pain. And I mean, there are some real bad entities out there, some very demonic ones that are just angry, and who probably were the same way in life, that they were not nice people, and so they decide to keep haunting. And they keep haunting. And I think it's a good idea to bring someone in to find out why the spirit is why it's there, why it's upset, and so that they can be healed. As crazy as it seems, they need to be healed too, so they can cross over and begin their transition to the next level of existence, so they're not stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's how I feel about that. And I've done it. I've helped some actually cross over. And then we come to, and I mean, people always and another thing that I noticed in these shows is that people use the word ghost. I don't really like that word ghost, because to me, ghosts usually has to do with some kind of baggage, some unresolved issue. They need help. That's what they need help. I like the words. I like using spirit because they are spirit. They're not in the physical form. Ghosts usually, when people hear the word ghost, they're usually afraid. So there's fear and all of those things. And that really, it just really, I think it's used in a negative way, and it doesn't really give, it doesn't really portray these spirits in the way that they should be. They're not there to, not all of them are there to scare you. Not all of them are scary. There are some that they need help, and they need help. In essence, they need help. And I enjoy reading what they call ghost novels. I still don't like the name, but I like that because they don't scare me. I've been like that ever since I've been a child. They don't scare me. I'm actually intrigued by it, and I try to figure out why the spirit is being the way they are, and things like that. So I think that's very important, and that's why they're mediums and awakened gifted people to help them so that they can stop their haunting, heal, and then transition to the next level of existence. So that's my take on for today. It's a short episode. I'm going to try to work on getting my audio here to audio music, intro and outro music to work. But for now, that is it. Please visit me at www.magicandmedicine.blogspot.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Again, I am your host, Candace Nadine Breen.